A model that was requested by the aircraft manufacturer themselves, and to which Herpa was given special permission to sell exclusively at their production site in Dietenhofen near Nuremberg in Germany. We definitely have to take a look. And with that, welcome to a new episode of Review, the first in the new decade. Here we have an Embraer ERJ190 in the house colors of Embraer. At the front of the box we have the cutout so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside, and we have the Embraer logo. The Embraer logo we also find on the back side of the box, where we also have a very lovely rendition of the aircraft type itself. And here she is, the Embraer ERJ190 from the Brazilian aircraft manufacturer Embraer, the bestseller from Brazil in their house livery. Now, what makes this aircraft model so special other than the livery we will talk about a little later in this video, but first we will take a closer look at some of the many details this aircraft model has to offer. On the tail section of the aircraft we find the Embraer logo on the vertical stabilizer. Unfortunately, this aircraft model does not have a registration code. At the very end of the aircraft we also have a little bit of detailing around the APU exhaust. At the front of the aircraft we then find the aircraft type specification ER190. Underneath the cockpit windows we then have the Embraer logo once more. And we do also have some nice details around the cockpit windows where we have the window wipers printed on. The engine nacelles have been given this grey metallic look and do also carry the Embraer branding. And they do look very nicely detailed, and of course if you look into the engines from the front we can also see the engine fan blades. On the fuselage, just above the wings, we then also have the emergency exit printed on, which leads us straight to the wings because they are also definitely worth taking a closer look at. Here we can see the top side where we have all the different flaps, slats, the spoiler is carved out very nicely, and we also have the markings for the emergency exits. Also, the underside of the wings look rather decent. Of course, the Embraer ERJ190 also has winglets, and they have been pulled off by Herpa. Really lovely. They do look absolutely stunning and very lifelike. The landing gear does also look rather nice. Here we can see the main landing gear underneath the wings, and here we have the front landing gear, and despite being very slender, it is surprisingly sturdy. And then last but not least, we do also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here in the back side of the aircraft, and here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Embraer ERJ190 in the house colors of Embraer. Now, why is this aircraft model so special? Well, one, the livery looks absolutely stunning, the print quality is absolutely amazing, and the physical details are also excellent. But there is more to the model than meets the eye. Originally, the model was requested by Embraer themselves, probably to give away as gifts or perhaps even sold. But Embraer gave Herpa the permission to produce a very limited amount of stock that could be exclusively sold at the Herpa factory in Dietenhofen near Nuremberg in Germany, making it very difficult to get your hands on this model. But should you have the opportunity to purchase one, I can definitely recommend it, as it looks absolutely stunning. And with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. If you're new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. With that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching, and for the first time in 2020, I'm checking out, and bye.